when it comes to football. And it's just a matter of 72 hours. We'll be looking forward to see how the 33rd edition of this great football fiesta will be commencing in Cameroon, our nearby neighbor here. And Nigerian team, the Super Eagles, have already landed in Cameroon. And we back home here will say we've already activated our spirit to give them that patriotic support, talking about going to do us proud. What more to say when the number one citizen, talking about President Muhammadu Buhari, has also charged the team to go all out there to do the nation proud. And I believe all other Nigerians will also be doing the same, talking about supporting their own darling Super Eagles. This is Capital Sports. I will welcome you to the very first edition in the year 2022. And we're still in the spirit of that mood to say, yes, even though we're back to work to begin the year on a very good note. I am Abdullahi Ajia, welcoming you to Capital Sports, and we'll go on a very short break. And when we return, I'll be letting you know one man that is here. He's been here, but today he's come also very charged to also tell us some of the things we should be doing as a team, talking about the Super Eagles to be able to bring that trophy so that will add to the number of the ones we've won before. Let's go on that break. Welcome back. We are happy and gladly knowing that you're still there and adjusting your seat to be part of this number one program, sporting program in the FCT. Now, quickly, I have with me Niyi Busari. He's the founder of BSL Online Sports, and he's a sports pundit. He's been here and today is back with us to look at our own very team Super Eagles, counting down to the very first match that Nigerians are talking about the Pharaohs of Egypt, their familiar foes, I must say. You're welcome to Capital Sports.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to give insight to what we expect to see from Sunday till February 6th. I think it's going to be a great fiesta this time around. Almost all the African stars that are plying their trade in Europe are already in Cameroon, and looking forward to what will happen from Sunday. It's going to be all out. And see, I mean, the likes of Egypt, Nigeria, Algeria, Mali are all being tipped to be champion this time around. It's going to be a very tough one. Whoever becomes champion definitely must have sweat out all he has to do and use everything he have in arsenal to make sure that they go to the final on February 6th and lift the trophy. And I have no doubt that Nigeria definitely can be one of the favorites.
Yes, you have no doubt as a patriotic citizen and also journalist. I know some of you will be going to Cameroon while we're back home here to be able to give our viewers minute by minute developments of what is happening, who is scoring, who is not scoring, who is doing well, who is not doing well. I trust Capital Sports will definitely get the result as they come in. Well, now we're building up to the competition proper. We've seen a lot of preparations here. The Super Eagles in Abuja, came camping, and we saw a lot of back and forth talking about the invited players, who was coming and who was not coming, and Nigerians will always be looking forward to seeing their best legs. Because they don't want anything short of the victory of the Nations Cup itself.
Yes, I think the team, particularly the coach, has put that behind himself. He's now looking at the material or the kind of player that he has in his team, and that is exactly what he's going to play with. But without throwing blames. I think the NFF has some blame to share in this. Like the case of Dennis, Watford FC said the invitation came late. We have 2 players invited from that team. We have
the captain now.
The captain, the standing captain, were invited, and that came earlier than that of Emmanuel Dennis. I think that is a lapse and is a big mistake, error on the part of the NFF. Having said that, another issue that is still we are battling with is the case of Odion Hegalo, who happens to be the highest goal scorer in 2019. See him in the squad is like a thorn in the flesh of opponent. Somebody who is coming in as the order of highest goal scorer. But on his part, this has nothing to do with the NFF. It has to do with his own contract with El Sabab, a Saudi Arabian club. In his when he was about to sign the contract with El Sabab, the Saudi Arabian club side, he was out. He had signed. He was not playing for the national team again. Then in his contract, it was not included that he is going to be invited for national assignment. So it's not there at all. That was what the club is capitalizing on. Don't forget, he scored in their last game 2-1. They won. So they need such player to be with them. So they capitalize on his own contract with them. Well, however, till date, he has not been replaced till now. Though we understand that when Iguavon led his team yesterday at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, he said they are looking to today, if by 5 p.m. though it was 2 days ago, but it was shifted to the day then, an invitation will be extended to another person. But having said this, the pools of players that are in camp now, I think they are good enough. They are good to go. Some of them that are being replaced due to one situation of the other, to replace some players who have been invited and due to injury, COVID-19 and denial from their club side, are also good. Not that they are not good at all, but because they can't submit more than 28 team list, and that is why some of them have been left out. But now that they have been called back, it is time for them to challenge themselves, to show Nigeria and perhaps the world that definitely I deserve to be in this team by proving what they know how to do best on the pitch.
Okay, Ni, talking about challenging themselves, before we come back deeply into the discussion proper, I want to us to look at the send forth, for the players, where the president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, sent his own message to the players. Do you see this in any way as a morale booster? Yeah. Talking about how the team, goes there to perform, to represent us very well.
I think on this note, I would like to commend the federal government, particularly the Ministry of Youth and Sport, to bring this up at this particular point in time. Don't forget that the players are coming into the camp with a divided mind. One, they have a coach about 1 month ago that have been with them for the past 5 years. Two, they are meeting somebody new at the helm of Afia, talking about Austin Iguavon. Three, some of them are coming in as the first timer in the team. Some are going for the Nations Cup for the first time. They are having that first experience. So it is important the federal government to show that yes, Nigerians and indeed the federal government are behind you. We believe in you. Go and pick the trophy. It's a morale booster, as you have rightly said.
Okay, now putting that into perspective and also moving forward, I know the team have watched a couple of talked from some of those players that were brought, probably at the 11th hour to replace those ones we were thinking would have made the team list to Cameroon. Some of them personally challenged themselves to say, well, it's an opportunity to be able to go and do themselves proud and also the nation proud. We'll be looking forward to seeing how some of these players will be used and to the glory of the country, and also most importantly bringing back that trophy. Now quickly, don't forget this is Capital Sports, and this is one program that would always be there for you, giving you the opportunity to always participate. The lines will be opening very soon as we continue with our discussion. We'll be also be hoping to hear from you on the Super Eagles going to Cameroon to probably do us proud, getting us our 4th title if possible. I must say now, Ani, we've seen a couple of changes. Most importantly, our attack line, I think, is also hit. A Harlow issue or Sime issue. Now you bring in a couple of legs to replace them. Well, you have said that these are capable legs too, but are they what we actually want, or is like, oh, let us just fall back, to salvage the situation because we couldn't get the top legs we were gunning for earlier?
I think let me start by this. Any coach that happened to be the head coach of Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles, is lucky to have the kind of arrays of players that are in camp right now. Let me start with Awoniyi, or the Leicester City attacker, Kelechi Iheanacho. You can see these are top players. Awoniyi is one of the highest goal scorer in German Bundesliga, playing for Union Berlin. Kelechi Iheanacho has been in form in the last 3 months. Talking about Samuel Chukwueze, talking about Moses Simon, talking about Sadiq Umar, who is playing his trade in Italy. These are attackers that any day you call on them, and on their good day they will definitely deliver. Don't forget that I said before, someone like Kelechi Iheanacho, like Awoniyi, like Umar, Sadiq are playing the African Nations Cup for the first time. So they have the opportunity in their hand this time around, because ordinarily, if both player Odion Ighalo and Victor Osimhen have been in the team, they wouldn't have been in the starting 11. So it's an opportunity to prove themselves to the world, and I will wait to see them doing Nigerian proud. Don't forget, on the road to 2013 Nations Cup, when we won the Nations Cup, some players pulled out. They were unable to meet the team. The lack of Amiobi, who was playing for Newcastle then, he said he couldn't be part of the team, but at the end of the day, about 3 or 4 of them, I couldn't pick the name now, they pulled out from the team. And the late Stephen Keshi need to look at the home basis and home base players and pick 2 or 3 players to replace them. But what happened at the end of the day? Nigeria became champion for the 3rd time. But that is exactly what we are looking forward to. When you bring in players that are hungry, that want to achieve, that have not been at they are looking forward to push themselves to the top. The kind of result you expect from them is exactly what we go to see. And when the game starts on Sunday, and definitely when Nigeria play against Egypt, and Nigeria versus Egypt is going to be like a mirror to what is expected from the Nigerian national team in that tournament. Egypt is the highest winner of the championship in Africa, and that is a big test and a normal test for a team like the Super Eagles.
Well, talking about a blend of bringing the foreign-based players and the local, team players, it's the issue of Sunday Mba readily comes to mind, and this one guy that even got us, I think, the goal in the final that gave us the 2013 cup there, when later Stephen Keshi of blessed memory got us that result. Now, I think we have a couple of good players, like you have said, and we'll be looking forward to see how this works out well for us, when we go against Egypt. Now let's quickly do some little mathematics, but before we go, let's see if we can get this caller on the line to be part of this program. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon. Your name, please, quickly, where you're calling from.
This is Abdul calling from Big Alaji.
Oh, our usual caller. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Yeah, it's the same to you here.
So, the one I want to contribute quick is the issue of Super Eagles.
Yes.
Honestly, Super Eagles have everything to collect, to carry the Nations Cup.
Okay.
But there's a lot of the work that all the officers there, the senior officers there must do, so to know how to conquer the war, because I see the thing is a war. So, but our coach, they need to work together and study this guy very well, even in the training, even in because the Egypt, the first match of Egypt, it could be a test for them, and now they must not lose that game. Even at least they must get the point so they can qualify to the next round. And now the coach, I wish them the best idea, the best opportunity to just find the way out, to just maybe to find the solution, how to conquer, how to use some people, how to use use because we have a lot of different players here.
All right.
They can thank you so much.
All right, Abdul, thank you. Let's give other callers opportunity to be part of this program. Well, if you're calling, please make your point as short as possible so that we'll get many Nigerians talking to us on this platform before the first game of the Super Eagles. Now, Abdul from Dusi Alaji, I believe your mind that you have spoken is not different from the minds of many Nigerians who are wishing their own very team all the best in Cameroon. Now, quickly, Egypt will be coming to this Nations Cup for a number of 25 times, if I'm not making mistake, while the Super Eagles will be going for the 19th time. I think there is a difference of who has started, participating in the Nations Cup. And going by the records which you mentioned earlier, Egypt is the highest winner with seven. Cameroon has five. Ghana four, Nigeria three. So I think this is an opportunity for Nigeria to be able to also go make a very good statement, if possible, adding to the number for us. But before you come in, when we put our players, side by side with that of the Egyptian, not much, has been heard other than that of Mohamed Salah and as one individual player in the Egyptian team. I don't know if we have a couple of names. Elneny of Arsenal. This is also a star in his own right. But Nigeria, we have stars that you can mention, 5 good players that one would have just say, if it's just by such simple analysis, they should be able to get result against Egypt.
Definitely, looking at the areas of player and the names, but football is not like that. Football is more of a team play than individual. What gives Egypt the advantage they have had over the years to have won more championship was that they have a formidable club side. They have what we call Al-Ahly. They have Zamalek. These people. These club side players form the 90% or 80% of their player, and these players have been together for a very long time, so they understand themselves. They can bring any coach at any time to come and lead the team, and they will definitely excel. The introduction of Salah and stuff is just an icing on the cake. They have the team already built amongst themselves. What Salah needs to do is to come and play with the team, or they play to Salah. So that is just an advantage they had. Now they have been like that for a very long time, and they are very difficult to beat because they play as a team. And I think that is one of the challenge, or that is one of takeaway. A Guavan must to have a good team, because it needs to. We have areas of players and they just come in. Some of them are coming in for the first time. Some of them are playing together for the first time. So we have that, but he has to build team around the boys he has in the team. They have to form that unity. They must be able to do what they have not been able to do over the like of 5 years under Genetro. Nigeria want to see a team that will be playing from goalkeepers to the attack, and as well as winning the team. That was the major reason why Genetro has to leave Nigeria, and that is one of the major challenges that Guavan need to do. You need to make Nigeria. You need to play the sort of game that Nigeria are winning to watch, and at the same time, at the end of 90 minutes, win his game on the way to final.
Okay, if we must be fair to coach, the interim coach Augustine Guavan, this is somebody that just came in not too long. Now you're talking about team blend. You're talking about teamwork. Is it achievable that within just a little time he came in, we'll be able to have that team blend, teamwork, that we can go play, as one formidable team?
It is difficult but achievable. Don't forget, before being named as the interim coach, he has been the technical of the NFF. So, which means he has been following the team for a very long time. He knows the weakness and strength of each player. He knows what he wants. He knows who can deliver in the middle of the park. I know the kind of striker. I know the kind of block, the kind of passes, the kind of ball they have to supply to the attacker in the front. This is exactly what we need. Just tell them, this is what I want you to do. You in the midfield, this is what I want you to do. You are in the attacking lineup, this is what I want you to do. And that is they just need to put it together. Though they have to progress and they have to play better as the game progresses. There, no doubt about that, because of the short time and the fact that they have not had so much friendly going to the Nations Cup, because I believe they're supposed to have played 1 or 2 friendly matches before leaving Nigeria, but the way with which the player reports to camp, it was so slow. At a time you have 3, at a time in 3 days in camp where they have only 5 days, we are having about 3 to 7 players, which is so they couldn't play. They couldn't have such number of players to have a formidable friendly match in Abuja. That was what delayed the friendly match. But without that, when they get to, we understand that they have a friendly match to play in Garua before their first game. And I think he will going to use that one to instill skill and what he wants into the team.
Okay, well, talking about the friendly, we learned if bearing any last minute change, you're going to be playing against Cotton Sports, yes, which is also a very good side in the Cameroonian league there. And tomorrow, I think, was slated for that game.
Yes,
tomorrow. And we learned that they'll be having their first training today when they settled down after arriving yesterday night. Now, let us quickly look at the issue of technical and tactical approach to this game. Over time, do you see, apart from maybe USA 94, Atlanta 96, when we had that beautiful team that we saw a very good blend, we saw how they were winning their matches based on tactical and technical progress of the team. I think in a long while, I don't know if you agree with me, that we've not seen that tactical and technical approach to our game, in the Super Eagles.
You are actually right. Particularly, I'm baffled that Super Eagles have not been making use of their dead ball situation. Talking about free kick, corner kick, we hardly score from this, and this will be an advantage. I think Iguavon need to work on this. For the past 5 years, we have been struggling. We got about 4 free kick, 7 corner kick in a game, and we will be unable to convert any of them. And talking about technical, I want to believe that Iguavon has been a coach for a very long time. He knows his onion and knows what to do. And in bringing that, don't forget that Salisu Yusuf and other other background coaches, staff are still with him, and definitely they are going to put it together and give Nigeria the best we are looking forward to see.
Okay, well, when the Nigerian Super Eagles arrived Cameroon, the Nigerian High Commissioner to Cameroon, we saw the reception, and earlier we got in the news is going to mobilize a sizable number of Nigerians in Cameroon to come out to show support to the Super Eagles. We know how much the fans also add to the winning mentality of our team. How do you see this?
Yes, it's a right step in the right direction, and it's going to boost the morale of the player, because that will make them feel at home as well. Don't forget that among these the fans, we're going to have the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo. So any tribe you belong to as a player, you will definitely hear your own local language from the fan, and that will definitely spur you to do the best for the country. And don't also forget that one set of Nigerian supporters club has already in Cameroon ahead of the team. So they are there waiting for them to be received, and they are there. Whenever they are training, they will be looking back and be seeing their people from Nigeria, and that will give them the necessary tonic to push them on when the game finally comes.
Talking about the necessary tonic, you remember the unique sound of our drum and local music that I think you can't beat it anywhere. You remember the Atlanta 96, those unique song that our supporters club created. I think also had a way of added to the way our players pushed and got us that gold medal. So we believe these people will be doing that. Let's see if we can just accommodate this last caller before we go. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Wow, we're not able to get that. Okay, I think quickly, Busari, let's just be able to just look at the Nigerian Professional Football League quickly in just a minute to see the return of the league. We saw teams have been doing very well. Nobody wants to carry lags, as they always say in the local parlance.
I think the 2021-2022 season, excuse me, has been very good to me. We were surprised to see Remo Stars, who happens to gain promotion last season from the NNL to the NPFL, on top of the table. 4 matches played, no game lost, 2 wins and 2 draws, and I think it's a commendable one. It's a race and it just started. We cannot say now who is going to win the league. However, up to have seen so far is a good start, and we hope it continues to the end of the season.
Thank you very much, Niyi Busari, founder of BSL Sports, online sports, for coming on Capital Sports. We thank you for your very, very sweet insight into some of this issue. This is just like a preamble to what we'll be getting when the AFCON commences proper, and hoping that I will bring you here some other day to be able to, tell our viewers some of those angles and perspective they should understand beyond just watching the football matches on the television. I remain Abdullah Hajia. Thank you for your company. Let's do this again, same time, same station next week, when we'll begin to give you some of the results and also highlights of what would have happened at some of those venues in Cameroon. Keep watching NTA Channel 5. Bye for now.